Now, are you telling me that to have fully healed from a food addiction, that I am no longer allowed to crave or want food? That I am no longer allowed to crave or want something sweet? That if I ever do give in to those cravings at some point, if I do eat a piece of cake, or if I do eat something sweet, if I do have pizza, that I'm not healed? Of course you wouldn't say that. It makes absolutely no sense. It's not healthy as well. I'm sure you can hear that it's not healthy. And yet we put this expectation of it on ourselves when it comes to skin picking and hair pulling and nail biting. We think that even if I have the urge, then I am not healed. It's not good enough when it's normal. There is a debate in the BFRB, body focused repetitive behavior community, of can you heal? Can you actually find freedom from these behaviors? Or do you just have to learn how to accept it and manage it? I am a firm believer that you can find freedom. The problem is, so many people believe that finding freedom from chronic skin picking or hair pulling or nail biting means that you never have the desire to scan or touch or pick at or pull at your hair or your body ever again. And this just simply isn't the truth. It's so unrealistic. And of course, if you see being free as this, it's going to feel so unattainable because it is. It's not realistic. It's like someone who chronically overeats, who has a food addiction. I used to have a food addiction. I used to use food all the time to self-soothe. I used to overeat all the time. Now, are you telling me that to have fully healed from a food addiction, that I am no longer allowed to crave or want food? That I am no longer allowed to crave or want something sweet? That if I ever do give in to those cravings at some point, if I do eat a piece of cake, or if I do eat something sweet, if I do have pizza, that I'm not healed? Of course you wouldn't say that. It makes absolutely no sense. It's not healthy as well. I'm sure you can hear that it's not healthy. And yet we put this expectation of it on ourselves when it comes to skin picking and hair pulling and nail biting. We think that even if I have the urge, then I am not healed. It's not good enough. When it's normal, picking and pulling at your body is normal. It is a normal human behavior. Every single person does it. The difference is that we have simply learned that this is a way that we self-soothe chronic stress. And if we are trying to soothe something chronic, the behavior that we're using to soothe that chronic thing, that chronic stress, is going to become chronic itself. It's like food. I use food as a way to self-soothe chronic stress. And so I started to chronically overeat and become really dependent on food to help me manage my emotions. But eating a pizza or eating a piece of cake or not eating totally 100% quote unquote healthy does not mean that I have a problem. Not every person that craves a pizza or craves takeaway has a problem. They're just human. Not every moment that you crave to scan or pick or pull at your body means that you have a problem. It means that you're human. The reality of being free from these behaviors is that we have healed the chronic aspect of the behaviors. We have healed the chronic aspect, the self-destructive aspect of the behaviors, so that the behavior is no longer self-destructive anymore. We have released the shame and the heaviness around it. And when we do engage in it, we don't end up in a 15, half an hour, 1 hour session that leaves us feeling drained. I still sometimes cave to a craving for food. It doesn't happen as often, but when I do it very consciously. And even then, sometimes I will find myself eating and realize I'm actually not hungry. I'm just a bit stressed. But that behavior doesn't happen on a chronic level anymore. It's not self-destructive if I sometimes find myself eating and recognizing, oh, I'm actually stressed right now. It doesn't happen often enough or severely enough that it impacts my health. We all have bad habits. We all have unhealthy patterns that we fall into. We all have things that help us just kind of get a break. We're not looking for perfection. This is very, very human. I am free from my food addiction. It doesn't bother me anymore. When I notice that I've eaten something, not because I'm hungry, but because I was stressed, it doesn't affect me at all emotionally. In fact, I'm grateful to myself for recognizing, oh, I'm actually stressed. I can probably do something that's more helpful than eating right now. because I know if I keep doing this, it's actually not going to make me feel better. The same as when I notice I'm scanning my skin or I'm looking in the mirror. If I get a blackhead or a whitehead, the behavior is no longer self-destructive. I can stop myself. It doesn't mean that I don't cave sometimes and squeeze a spot, but the difference is that I'll stop, or I'll leave a whitehead or a blackhead or a different spot on my skin if I recognize that it's better left alone. I don't keep digging, especially, this is a big thing, I don't keep digging at my skin. There is not a chance in hell that I'll do that anymore. This is what freedom looks like. And I want to ask you, what would you rather believe in? I can't be free and I just have to learn to accept it and manage it? Or I can be free from chronic self-destructive behaviors that dominate my life. I can live healthily. There was one stage where the idea of just accepting it and saying, well, I can't be free from this. This is just how I am forever. And I just have to learn to manage it and accept it. There was one time that actually felt good, but not for long. It's uninspiring. It made me feel hopeless. And if you totally disagree with what I'm saying right now, that's absolutely fine. This is your journey. It's your life. You choose how you navigate it. But I know that there are so many that resonate with what I'm saying. And this is for you. This is for them. Reflect on your life for a moment and look at things that you have already overcome. Things that used to really dominate your life, that you used to struggle with, that you no longer struggle with anymore. I used to have depression, selective mutism, severe social anxiety, intrusive thoughts, and they used to dominate my life. Now I still feel sad, but I don't feel depressed. That deep, heavy, soul-sucking sadness has been reduced back to a normal, healthy sadness because it's okay to feel sad sometimes. Selective mutism. I used to not be able to speak, and now I'm hosting a podcast, quite successful podcast at that. Does that mean that in every single situation I speak my mind? No, sometimes I still stay quiet. Sometimes I even stay quiet and then I think, I should have said something. But the staying quiet aspect has been reduced back to a normal human experience, a normal healthy level. We all have moments where we think, should have said something then, damn it. Or what we should have said came to our mind later. And not even in a space of an argument, but just sharing something about ourselves. We think, you know what? I would have actually liked to be more open and vulnerable then. Social anxiety. I still experience it sometimes, but I am far more confident and comfortable in myself than I ever have been. I don't watch myself like I used to. Doesn't mean that social anxiety doesn't sometimes come up and I don't sometimes feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't dominate my life. I'm fine if it's there. I can navigate it. It doesn't control me. This is what we're looking for with chronic skin picking and hair pulling and nail biting, is reducing it back down to a regular experience. And here's the hard truth. If you decide to go down this path, which I believe is the most empowering and fulfilling and life-changing path you can take, more than just learning how to accept it and manage it. This is you saying, I want more for me. I want better for me. I deserve to feel better in myself. I deserve to enjoy my life more. I deserve good things, and opening yourself up to the possibility of good things coming your way. This is you dedicating yourself to deep growth, to working through the pain, to turning towards it rather than away. And that's hard. And there is a hard truth in this that we must accept, and that is grieving that your life is never going to be perfect. Because at some point in your life, when you were a child or a teenager, you probably wish that someone would come in and save you. And the idea of that felt freeing. It felt like if someone just came in and swept me off my feet, I'd feel safe. All my worries would be gone. I could finally relax and just be. And if you are resonating with what I'm saying, I'm so sorry. I'm speaking to the child in you when I say that I am sorry, because you deserved to feel safe. You deserve to be saved, to be able to relax and just be. We both deserve that, and we didn't get that. And this is the feeling, the same feeling, this feeling of being saved and being free, that finally everything will be okay. And we can just be. This is the same feeling that comes up when we think of being free from skin picking. We feel like that will save us. If we can just find a way, find some kind of solution, that will save us. We've possibly given up on a person saving us. Now it's, if I just eliminate this problem, everything will be okay. So it feels like life will then be perfect. And this is something we need to grieve, is the reality that being truly free from this behavior does not mean that you're never going to experience the urge again. Doesn't mean you're never going to do it again. It doesn't mean that all your problems will be gone. And I know you get this on a logical level. Let yourself feel whatever is coming up for you right now. Because at some point we all need to grieve that there is no perfect solution, that life will never be perfect, and that no one is coming to save us. And that getting rid of this one problem will not solve all our problems. And there is no clear-cut, perfect solution to the pain that you feel. And my heart hurts with you. The truth is, you are the one that's coming to save you. No one else. You need to learn how to make yourself feel safe so that you can let go of your worries and finally relax and just be. And this path is much more messy and nuanced, and there's a lot more gray area than the nice, clean cut fantasy we have of being saved and everything just being okay. And it is the most empowering, fulfilling, and rewarding path that you could ever take. This isn't just being free from a body-focused repetitive behavior. This is you finding safety in yourself, finding a sense of home in yourself. And every single aspect of your life improves when you work on this, when you work towards this, when you devote yourself on this level to you and you allow space for imperfection, really on a deep level, not just on a logical level, but on a deeper level. You can have that and you do deserve that. And it is challenging and hard and it hurts. I believe that's why a lot of people just decide to try and just accept it and manage it, because that is less painful in the short term, because that doesn't require us to face all of who we are. And facing all of who you are is really fucking hard. And it hurts and it's painful and it's confusing and it's messy and it's chaotic at times. And I wouldn't choose to live any other way. I would rather be fully involved and present and living than just trying to find a way to exist in life the least painful way. I understand why people do that. I personally will never ever choose that path for myself. And if you're still listening to this, I'm guessing you're the same. And I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I love who I am and I love my life right now. And I know that it is going to become so much more full and vibrant and abundant because that's the path I've chosen. That's the path you've chosen. And it makes all the struggles worth it. We're not settling. To me, accepting that I have chronic skin picking, I just have to learn to accept it and live with it. That to me was settling. And I will not settle in any area of my life because I deserve so much more than that. And so do you. And I believe wholeheartedly that you can do this. You 100% can. If you're listening to this, there is a part of you that this speaks to so deeply. And I'm speaking to that part of you right now. And I believe in you. And I believe you can do this. I believe you can heal. I believe you can have freedom and all the things, all the areas of your life where you don't want to settle. Don't do it. Don't settle. You deserve it all. And I'm right here with you every week on this podcast. And if you would like more closer support, you can come and join me on my channel on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the show notes. I post in there all the time messages of motivation, videos of motivation, inspiration, tips, reminders. Plus, it's also the space where I announce all the new things that I'm doing, any new resources I create, any new ideas, crazy new ideas that I have for you. I drop them there first. If you appreciated this episode and you're watching on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and comments below. I will see you next Tuesday for the next episode of Beyond Skin Picking and Hair Pulling.